Na 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 na. Cooking with Federico. Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. So, some weeks ago, the worst human being ever in the entire HEMA community, aka Stefano Cornese, asked me and to other HEMA tubers to shoot some recipes as a Christmas funny contest for the Facebook page HEMA in Pyjamas, run by him and his girlfriend Diana Michelis. So, as you can see, I have accepted this funny challenge and today I'm here to teach you how to prepare my Piedmontese HEMA recipe, the Risotto del Fenciatore. Okay, it's a lazy version of the risotto ai quattro formaggi, let's be honest. Very well, let's start. Okay, so first of all we need two pots. The one for the risotto needs to be wide, low and thick. The other one is for broth. So take a smaller pot like this one. Now ingredients. First and foremost onions or shallot and oil to make our soffritto. We need 4 kinds of cheese. The most important ones are the Grana Padano and the Taleggio, which should always be in the recipe. The other 2 I am using are Fontina, which is a very good cheese made in Valle d'Aosta, and the Toma di Maccagno, typical of my valley. This is the Alpe Maccagno, which gives the name to the cheese, just to let you know. Then we need the butter. I have a very good butter from Fobello, another small mountain village of my zone. I am trying to use as much local stuff as possible by choice, but you can use, of course, something similar, easier to find. This is our broth in powder. Making the broth is really easy, but to be honest, it takes too much time. This is our pepper, we will use it at the very end, and here we have our Ferrari, which is kind of similar to the champagne to let you better understand. And well, that's it. So let's start by cleaning up our shallot and cutting it into relatively small pieces. In the meantime, we fill our small pot with water and we put it on a small fire, or whatever kind of electric devil-drawn heating machine you have at your home. We put some broth powder into it and we leave it boil. Okay, back to our shallot. After cutting all of them, I used 2 of them for 3 portions of risotto, we put some oil into our big pot. We put in the shallot as well and we start cooking them on a medium fire but at the lowest intensity. Damn, I forgot one ingredient. The rice? Well, it's forgettable because it's marginal in this recipe, of course. So for the risotto you have to choose the rice properly. The Carnaroli rice is the best one. You can also go for the Roma rice or the Baldo one. Another top level rice is the Arborio, but is really hard to get. And now, how to measure your rice properly? You would probably say, oh, but there would be some kind of ideal weight that... No. Weights are bad. We do it with our hands. So the ideal portion for one person is 4 fistfuls of rice. That's the rule for a proper portion, and you know, in Italy we follow only the rules related to food, so... Okay, anyway, keep a constant eye on the soffritto in the meantime. We don't want carbonized onions in our rice. While keeping an eye on the soffritto, we start cutting our cheese in tiny pieces, and we put all of them into a cup. Okay, so our soffritto is ready when we see the first onion turning slightly reddish. We instantly add our rice. Now that's the critical part. Keep mixing it, still low intensity fire, for 1 minute or so to make it toast. When the external part of the rice gets transparent, we turn on the fire intensity level and we add our Ferrari. You can use a normal white wine, of course. It will be fine. We don't need a lot of wine, just a little bit to add some taste of it to the rice. We wait some seconds to let the wine evaporate and then we add a quarter of our broth. We lower the intensity of our fire and we start to mix the rice gently and constantly. The more you mix the rice, the more it gets creamy. That's the secret. Now, my only well-suited replica to mix the rice is the Type 14 one, but maybe the Type 12 can be another good choice. Now you have to keep doing two things. Adding a little bit of broth when it evaporates and gets absorbed by the rice, and mixing, then adding broth, and then mixing, etc. etc. If you haven't still ended to cut down your cheese, take a minute to do it, so it's ready for the last phase of our risotto. So after 13 to 18 minutes your rice should be ready. Don't be too obsessed by times. Just taste a couple of grains to feel the consistency. When it pleases you, the rice is done. The cheese needs to be added a couple of minutes before the rice turns ready. So taste your rice 2 or 3 times. When it's almost ideal for you, throw the cheese in and cover it with the rice. Now, here you have to constantly mix it all the time. Keep mixing it till all the broth is absorbed. When you start to feel that your rice tries to stick to the bottom of the pot, the rice is ready. Yeah, that's fooling, guys. Turn off the fire and add a bit of butter. Make it melt while mixing the rice for the last time. Then, after the butter is all melted and mixed, add a little bit of pepper. And yeah, here we are. Our risotto is ready. So guys, today we have learned how to cook a good risotto del Fenciatore, and the next time, well, besides you don't ask me explicitly to do so, I think there will not be another time. So thanks for watching, people, and as always, see you next time. Na 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 na, cooking with Federico.